Okay, people. So I had a little bit of back and forth with this thing. I crisscrossed, boom, 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 right? Just like I did on the small one. And then through those crisscross points, pow, 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 I started trying to draw these midlines to get them, as right as possible based on this. That was all going really quite well. Pow, 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 pow. Felt like I had this midplane nailed down, this midplane. But when I came to draw the horizontal one, I ran into trouble. Because check it out, there's my midplane here, or my midpoint, and here's my midpoint over here. If I draw that in a way that makes sense with this, then I start having trouble, because if I bring this thing up here like that, it's converging way too quickly with this thing and diverging from this point. So what I actually had to do is like really step back, look at this. The thing that's more important than it crossing through the midpoint is that it makes sense with the perspective, that it's believably going off to the vanishing point. So I've got something in here that I played around with, and I didn't quite resolve. I couldn't quite figure out what I did wrong here. What I suspect is that one of these points is kind of like I've made this angle perhaps a little bit more extreme than I've got there, and I could probably, if I just kind of hinked around with it again and again, I could probably figure out that stuff. The thing is that what's way more important than that landing right in the midline of that is that it believably goes off to that vanishing point, okay? That it goes off there to the vanishing point that I am at this point inferring, right? It's got to go off there. So what I'd say to you is that I've been doing this for many, many years, and I'll still come across something where it's like, I've made some kind of mistake in there. But the thing that's more important is that the perspective be believable, okay? The same thing might very well happen on yours. Don't be surprised. The other thing that I'd say is that in using the ruler tends to be this very, very precise tool. The thing is that as we get going larger and larger, precision stops being nearly as important. What we need is believability, right? It needs to look right, okay? If it looks right, it is right, all right? The thing that I would say on it is back up from it, back up from it, back up from it. When you are backing up from it, you're seeing the big picture instead of the small picture. The small picture is like, oh, did that thing land right in that X? No, it didn't. The thing is it's landing somewhere uncomfortably